How's you going, Mike here? Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. I'm so glad you dropped in today. I've got an interesting project I'm going to try and make today. In my bench here filled with drawers, I have this top drawer next to the computer station, and the idea is this is going to hold pencils and whatnot. But anybody who's been around a desk knows that when you put pencil in the desk, sometimes it'll disappear unless you have a specific spot to put it. So I made this little pencil holder. I made this quite some time ago to go in the old filing cabinet that I had. So I was going to use that and put that here, but you know, it's kind of small. It's hard to get my big fat fingers down in there because it's got sharp, straight sides. And plus, I would like this, whatever I put in here, to be lengthways, right? Instead of crossways. Because I'll be sitting at the table here doing whatever I need a pencil. And I'd like to just open the drawer, reach here and get a pencil, rather than having to slide around here and get a pencil. You know. Ergonomics, right? It's all about ergonomics. But anyhow, I'm going to try and make a pencil holder. So how am I going to do that? I'm thinking I'm going to take a piece of 2x4, cut it this long, and then cut a concave out of it. Make it, like, hollow it out, so that you can put your pencils in. You remember like the old school teachers' desks, when the school teacher used to open the desk, get the strap out, and you can see the little concave in the front of her desk where all the pencils were. And the marbles. When I went to school, she used to steal all her marbles and put them in her desk drawer. So anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do. So come on with me over to the saw. I got a setup over there how I plan to try to cut out a concave shape out of an old piece of 2x4 I have. So what do you think of this for a setup? First of all, I just have my straight cutting blade in the saw, and I put a fence here and a fence here, and those fences are as wide apart as what my piece of 2x4 is. And my idea is I'm going to pass this through on an angle, and as I pass it through and keep increasing after each pass, successive pass, I'll raise the blade half a turn, half turn, half turn, half turn, and eventually I hope to get a concave cut out of this piece of 2x4. Wouldn't that be slick? Now I spent a lot of time doing some tests on this piece in particular, to try to get the groove to be in the middle of the 2x4. So this is my final setup, and that was, I started on this side of it, and I made this kind of little bit of a test. So that looks like it's pretty well centered. So I'm going to continue to run these through successive cuts until I get that concave part either almost through the back or almost to the edges of the 2x4. I've already cut this to length, so I don't have to cut it anymore. What the heck, let's go. Alexa, start back.
Okay.
Fingers crossed, everyone. Okay, I've already noticed a problem. My fence is not close enough together and the 2x4 is wobbling in there. So we're just going to loosen this and we're going to tap this in a little. The setup is pretty finicky, right? Okay, and I'm only raising the blade a half a turn at a time. But I think what I'll do to try to make sure I get it as centered as I can, I'll run one pass through, raise the blade, then flip it, run it through from the other end. You know, I don't know if that'll help or not, but we'll try it. I'm still having troubles with my piece wobbling, and I think it's this piece here maybe is not straight, or that piece is not straight. So the other day when I was making the rabbets for the drawers, I made this feather board. So I'm going to incorporate the feather board into this setup. Just something like that maybe. Another little modification as we go, right? That seems better. So that doesn't look too bad. Now I'd like to soften, well, this front edge anyways, because this will go against the edge of the drawer, but I'd like that to be kind of rounded so that I won't be catching my knuckles on it. So I've got a 1/4 inch round over bit in my router. This side I think is the side I want to round over. It's a little better. I'm going to take some sandpaper, just soften this up. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I'm just going to run this top edge over my belt sander just to take the white paint off it. Okay, I did more than just, I guess, run the belt sander on it. I put some sandpaper on it because this was kind of rough feeling in the groove. Not that I'm want it nice and smooth, but anyway, let's go try and install this in the drawer. So this should fit right in here now. Something like that. That's going to be nice, eh? Oh yeah, baby. I'm going to put one clamp on here just to hold it tight against the side of the drawer. And I'd like to put this clamp on here, and then put this clamp on here. Now, the tricky part. I want to put screws in it, 2 here, I don't know, maybe 8 altogether. But I don't want the screws to come through the concave part, right? So, let me see now. If I lift this up, like this, if I measure in from the edge of that, if I come in 1 inch, it should be okay. 3 1/4 inches, it should be okay on the other side. All right. And then I'm going to use 3/4 inch screws, so even if I mess up, it shouldn't come through too far. How many of the screws came through, do you think? None of them. How about that? So I've installed the drawer again in the bench, so check this out. Is that any good? Watch this. You can put stuff like this in here. It's a highlighter, some leads, and there's still lots of room out here. Look for paper. I need to put my paper and files in there. I like it. The first mod I made to my bench. So I think that's going to work good, eh? All my papers in there and whatnot. And whenever I need a pencil now, I know exactly where to go to get them. That's going to work good. So let me know in the comments what you think of my pencil holder, old-fashioned pencil holder in my new workbench. So don't forget, thumbs up me, and click subscribe too if you don't mind. You know, I have a lot of viewers that aren't subscribed. It's amazing how many viewers watch that aren't subscribed. Only takes a sec and it's free, so click subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Have a great week, folks. I sure hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you.